Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tori. Thank you for tuning in to this vlog. Today we are going over some major TMI things, so if you are here for pregnancy research, welcome. If you are here because you know me, you might not want to be here, so go watch a different video. So let's get to it. Okay, so one of the first things I want to go over that no one told me or warned me about is that, let's start with, this is probably a little bit more obvious that people just don't discuss, but again, TMI, my people's TMI, your boobs can get so heavy even if they haven't like really changed much in like girth, I guess that's the word. They can just feel heavy and weighing down on you. I have gone from loving wires in my bras, like absolutely, like every bra I ever wear has a wire in it. I occasionally can wear a sports bra, but not for too long, to absolutely hating wires in my bras. It pulls down on them more, it puts more pressure on my ribs, which I will get to in a second, but it's the worst. So I will link my new favorite bras down below. My best friend recommended them to me. They are super comfy sports bras, but they don't cross in the back, so they don't create like upper back pain or create tight muscles in your upper back. I don't know if anybody else feels that, like back neck kind of thing when you have a cross back on in your bra. So yeah, these bras, super comfy. I'm wearing one right now. They are not any kind of maternity thing. They're just a sports bra, but they are super comfortable and love it. Absolutely love them and striving on wearing them. With that comes rib pain. So there's obviously pressure from the uterus like pushing up on your ribs, and even if your kiddo's not like in your ribs can feel like they're on fire. Fun fact. Did not picture this happening, but with your breasts weighing down on your ribs and then your uterus pushing up on your ribs, it's not just your stomach and your lungs and like all these things that are suffering, but your ribs themselves can hurt so much. And like one day at work, I just had to take a breather and go in the back because my ribs were on fire so intensely. I just needed to sit and breathe. Also, they feel like, you know when you get like a muscle ache and you feel like you have to rub it and it'll feel a little bit better, right? That's what it feels like. But when you rub it, it just makes the fire like even more intense. So it's a really difficult thing. I've actually put an ice pack like right here and like drove home from work with my ice pack on my body because I just needed to cool down the fire in my rib cage. And then every once in a while my son decides to grab onto my ribs to make the pain even more. So another thing related to breasts, again, okay, this is a for real TMI major moment, but I was super concerned when it happened to me, and I went to the doctor and she said it's completely normal. So I'm going to share it with you so that you don't have to freak out if it's happening to you, or if you noticed it and or you will notice it and then you're like, yeah, happened to somebody else too. So here we go. So I am 39 weeks, right? And I have not started leaking yet. At all. I haven't started producing any kind of milk or anything like that. But one thing that my nipples started doing is I realized nipples aren't like one solid thing. Like it's not like this on the front, right? It's more like a bunch of little pieces together. And what mine did was they separated, and in between those little pieces was these little white yellowy dots, and it honestly grossed me out because it looked like my nipple was scabbing, and it was like separate, and like these little scab things were falling, and it was really disgusting. So yeah, again, I warned you, full warning, but apparently that's just really normal. That's like the colostrum like building up, and like you your body just getting ready. It's all hormones and everything. I had it happen for the first time like first week of third trimester. It was not as bad as that first time a few weeks back, and then, excuse me, this week I had it happen again. So, gross, bleh, ugh. Anyways, moving on from the boobs. Pelvic pressure. So I knew that could happen. I just figured it would be really close to when you're giving labor, like when you're giving labor. Yeah, English. When you're in labor, or when you're getting ready to start getting into labor and all that stuff, like really close to your due date kind of thing. But I started experiencing major pelvic pressure on my, like, just my whole pelvic floor is just feeling this kid. And I did a bunch of pelvic floor what's it called, exercises, and including Kegels, all the way up to like trying to get pregnant, and then all throughout my pregnancy. So I admit I could have done more, because second, third trimester you get real tired, so hard to exercise. But yeah, you can experience it even when, and people keep saying like I've been carrying high. So even if you're carrying high, and even if he hasn't, or your kiddo hasn't dropped yet, anything like that, you can still experience just this really intense pressure just on your pelvic floor, and it hurts. Your hips kind of struggle with it because of it. Your crotch is all kinds of whack, and it's a lot. And sometimes it makes it even harder to squat, like different things like that. So doing those pelvic exercises, pelvic floor exercises, it's really difficult. But there's just a lot of pressure that's going on down there. And I always thought it was later on, and I always thought it was signaling that you're going into labor soon. And I thought it was something that like, or maybe happened when your kid dropped, you know. But no, apparently it can happen whenever. It can just, that weight, especially when they're turning and their head is down and they're embracing down lower, or even when their head isn't down yet. Fun fact. So that's another thing that I've experienced. And the last one that I want to share with you guys is actually kind of a fun one, but also like super intriguing, super interesting one. And that is moving. So when your little babe is moving, it's not what I thought it was. And no one had ever really like fully explained. Like I've seen videos of like a little hand there, or like going across like these different kicks and stuff like that. You see your stomach move, or like these videos and stuff like that of people's stomachs moving, you know. What I didn't know, what I didn't like foresee happening, is the rolling. Like, okay, picture this when you're in a pool when you're a kid, right? And you feel super cool because you can like torpedo, right? My kid has torpedoed in my stomach before. Like I can feel him, and you can actually see him like just spinning. Like because he's moving so much, my entire stomach goes like zoop, zoop, zoop. And I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was a kick here, there, like a little bit of a roll, They can be so active, and that blows my mind. It's fascinating. It's creepy. It's so weird, but it's amazing. And sometimes kicks are painful. That is another thing that no one ever told me, is that kicks can be super painful. And it concerns me when he's kicking me and I'm in pain. I'm like, dang, that hurt, kid. But I guess he's just kicking the right things that, yeah, I didn't know that they could be super painful. I assumed, like, sure, when they hit you in the stomach or the rib or the kidney, what, like, it'd be, like, ouch. But no, they can actually be really painful and, like, distracting amounts of pain. So they just hit you in the tendon or whatever, tendon, whatever it's called. But they just hit you in the right spot. Sometimes it just hurts. And, like, when they stretch you out so much, it's not very comfortable. Didn't know that was a thing either. So that is my general, like, these are the things I didn't know going into pregnancy. I am now 39 weeks, like I said, and so I have experienced most of my pregnancy we are expecting our little one at any time. I'm posting this in a few days. Who knows? I may already have my little one by the time this is posting. But yeah, it's been a wild ride and it's been interesting. If you guys have any other things that you didn't know about when going into pregnancy and then you experienced it, leave a comment down below. Let's get a conversation going and just discuss it, because there's so much to pregnancy that even for someone who's done so much research, watched so many videos on here, YouTube, and was just interested in knowing everyone's experience, I didn't know a lot of these things, and I think that that's going to be it no matter what. That's how you go into pregnancy. That's how you go into motherhood, parenthood, whatever it may be. Like, that's just how it is. You can do all the research you want and it's still going to have some surprises coming from the left and coming from the right. Like, there's no way to absolutely 100% prepare for everything, but yeah, this is my help to you guys. If you are trying to get pregnant, or if you are pregnant, congratulations. It's a whole new part of life. I wish you the best of luck in everything. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome things. Let me know what you would like to see down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.